Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to send WhatsApp messages to new leads received via Google Forms to your travel agency. So I am an owner of a travel agency and I have created a form with the help of Google Forms, with the help of which I am collecting the leads data like the travel plan that they want to select and other details. Now, here my objective is that as soon as a new form submission is going to be done by any of my customers with the help of Google Forms, automatically towards that customer a WhatsApp message should be forwarded thanking them to showing interest in my services. Now, sending WhatsApp messages manually takes a lot of time. So what I did was I simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. In this automation, what is going to happen that as soon as a new form submission is going to be done by any of my potential customers with the help of Google Forms, automatically towards the customer who have done the form submission, a WhatsApp message is going to be forwarded with the help of WhatsApp by AI Sensei, as I've created a message template using that. If you want, you can use Vati or Interact to create the message template and send it towards your customers. And for that, we are going to create an automation between Google Forms and WhatsApp by AI Sensei with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to send WhatsApp messages for new leads received via Google Forms for your travel agency. I run a travel agency and have recently launched a promotional campaign. I have circulated this Google Forms amongst groups and communities, encouraging potential clients to fill out Google Form for exclusive travel deals. As soon as a lead submits their information, I want to send them a WhatsApp message. With this automation, every time a new lead is captured, a WhatsApp alert is instantly sent to the lead. This allows us to connect with the lead in real time and acknowledge the lead. And we are going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. But as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on the top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Send WhatsApp Message for New Leads Received via Google Forms for your travel agency. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this field. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select WhatsApp Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to our workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Send WhatsApp Message for New Leads Received via Google Forms for your travel agency, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these 2 concepts. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, and for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I am going to select it as Google Forms. As with the help of Google Forms, I am collecting my leads travel inquiry details, and I want that as soon as the form submission is going to be done with the help of Google Forms by any of my leads, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response, okay? That is why for the trigger application, I've selected it as Google Forms. After that, it is asking for us to select the trigger event. For the trigger event, I'm going to select it as New Response Received. As whenever the new response, that means the new form submission is going to be done with the help of Google Forms, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that. For that, I've selected my trigger event as New Response Received, okay? After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to create a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the form that I've created with the help of Google Forms that I want to connect with Pabbly Connect. So this is the form that I've created, that is the travel inquiry form. And with the help of the form, the leads are going to be generated for my travel agency. Okay. So this is the form right over here, and now what we're going to do is we're going to connect this form to Pabbly Connect. For that, from the top options, click on responses right over here. After coming on responses, you can see right over here it is saying link to sheets. Click on this button. It is asking for the destination for the responses to be stored at. Either you can create a new spreadsheet or you can select the existing spreadsheet as an option right over here. I am going to create a new spreadsheet in order to store all the responses at one place. So I'm going to create a new spreadsheet. For that, click on this create button. As you can see right over here, the spreadsheet is now been successfully created right over here in the name of travel inquiry form responses. Now, whenever a form submission is going to be done with the help of this form right over here that I've created with the help of Google Forms, automatically the response of the form submission is going to be created as a record in this spreadsheet right over here. So now what we are going to do is we are going to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect. Okay, as the responses are going to be created as recorded in the spreadsheet, that is why I'm going to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect. And how we're going to do that? For that, for the panel right over here, click on extensions. Under extensions, you can see an option that says add-ons. Click on it. Then click on this get add-ons option. A new window is then going to appear in front of you, on which on the search bar you have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Select Pabbly Connect webhooks from here. As you can see that I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, so I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, please do install it so that you can create a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook. Okay. So as I've already installed, I'm going to go back and refresh this page from here. As I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, I'm going to go back to extensions. Now the extensions options, you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks is provided to us. Click on it. And from the given options under Pabbly Connect webhooks, click on initial setup button. As I'm going to do that, a new window is then going to appear in front of you. Over here, it is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. For the webhook URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. Okay. After that, it is asking for the trigger column. For the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added. So in this spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column H, because in this column, the final data is going to be added. So for the trigger column over here, I'm going to select it as column H. Okay. After pasting the webhook URL and selecting the trigger column, I'm going to click on this submit button right over here. As I've done that, you can see it says setup configured successfully. As now the setup is done, I'm going to go back right over here. And the steps that I'm going to tell you are very important, so please do not forget to follow them. I'm going to go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now from the given options, I'm going to click on this send on event button. As over here it is saying working. As the loading is completed, I'm going to go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. You can see a tick mark is in front of send on event. It is very important to click on send on event, because whenever a new data is going to be captured in the spreadsheet right over here and created a record of, automatically the spreadsheet is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. That is why it is very important to click on send on event. Okay. As now we have successfully created a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, I'm going to go back to my workflow, and you can see over here it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect by doing a test form submission of the form that we have created using Google Forms and checking whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the form submission being done or not. For that, we are going to do the test submission of the form that I've created. In order to do the test submission, I'm going to click on the send button right over here. Click on the link button, copy this link from here, and I'm going to open it in a new tab right over here. So this is the form that I've created with the help of which I am collecting my leads details, as I'm an owner for travel agency. So I'm going to collect the leads details with the help of this form. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test submission of this form right over here, and I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test submission being done or not. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test submission. Firstly, it is asking for the first name of my lead. So for the first name of my lead, I'm going to write it as Smart. For the last name of my lead, I'm going to write it as user. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as smartuser@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. And over here next it is asking for the preferred travel destination. I'm going to write over here as Bali. Okay. For the travel dates, I'm going to write it as I've written the travel dates as between 15th October to 30th October. Okay, so this is the answer that I've written. After that, it is asking for the additional request and details. I'm going to write over here as. So this is the additional request. It will be a family trip of 5 adults and 4 children. So this is the additional detail and all the other details that I've written in this form submission right over here. Then I'm going to click on submit in order to do the form submission. As you can see, it says your response has been recorded. As we have received this message, I'm going to open my spreadsheet. And yes, you can see right over here, the record of the form submission is successfully created in my spreadsheet. You can see right over here. Over here for the first name, I've received it as smart, last name as user, email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, the mobile number, preferred destination as Bali, you can see right over here. Travel days between 15 October to 30th October. And for the additional request as it will be a family trip of 5 adults and 4 children. So as the response has been captured in the spreadsheet, I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here, we've received the response of the form submission in our workflow as well. Let us tally the response for the travel dates being between 15th October 2024 to 30th October 2024. For the preferred destination as Bali, for the phone number, dummy mobile number, last name as user, first name as smart, email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com. For the additional request as it will be a family trip of 5 adults and 4 children. So as the response has been captured over here in our workflow, this means that Google Forms is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. As we have successfully set up our trigger step and we have received the form submission, here my objective is to send a WhatsApp message to the person who have done the form submission. I will be sending the WhatsApp message with the help of the template message that I've created using WhatsApp by AI Sensei. So this is a template message that I've created and I will be sending this template as a message to all the leads that are generated with the help of Google Forms. For that, we're going to set up our action step, and for the action application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as WhatsApp by AI Sensei. As with the help of WhatsApp by AI Sensei, I have created a message template with the help of which I will be sending messages to all the leads that are generated. Okay. After selecting the action application as WhatsApp by AI Sensei, for the action event, I'm going to select as send template message, as we're going to send this template as a message to all our leads. Okay. After selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is then going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After click on add new connection, you can see over here it is asking for the API key. With the help of this API key, we are going to create a connection between Pabbly Connect and WhatsApp by AI Sensei. And how we're going to have the access of the API key? By following the steps given here below in the help desk. I'm going to log into my AI Sensei account. So you can see this is my AI Sensei account right over here. And in order to have the API key, we have to click on this manage button. After coming to the manage page, under these options, click on API key. So this is the API key. I'm going to copy this key from here and I'm going to paste it right over here, and then I'm going to click on this save button. As you can see that WhatsApp by AI Sensei is now connected with Pabbly Connect. As the connection is now successful, over here next it is asking for the campaign name. In order to send a message template, we have to create a campaign in our WhatsApp by AI Sensei account. To create a campaign in our WhatsApp by AI Sensei account, I'm going to log into my AI Sensei account again. So this is the template that I've created. You can see right over here in the name of travel agency message. Okay, let us read the template first. It says hello. Next to hello, you can see it says leads name. So what is this? This is the variable that I've created right over here. In place of the variable, I want the leads name value. That is why I've added its variable in this template right over here. Okay. It says thank you for reaching out to our travel agency. Adventure awaits. We have received your travel inquiry and we are excited to help you plan your next trip. Here's a quick summary of the details you have provided. Preferred destination. This is the variable for the destination. Travel dates, the variable for the travel dates. Additional request, the variable for the additional request. It says one of our travel experts will contact you shortly with a personalized recommendations and exclusive deals. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reply to this message. Thank you, team. Adventure awaits. So this is the template that I've created and I want to create a campaign of this template. For creating the campaign, how we're going to do that, from the left side of the panel, go to the campaign section right over here. Over here, you can see it says launch on the top right corner. Click on it. It is going to ask for us to select the type of the campaign that we want to create. You have to select it as API campaign. It is asking for the campaign name first. So the campaign name over here, I'm going to write it as travel agency messages. Okay, so this is the campaign name. I'm going to copy it from here. Next, it is asking for the template. So I've created a template over here in the name of travel agency message. So I'm going to select that template from the drop down. Okay, after giving the campaign name and selecting the template, I'm going to click on the set live button and go to campaign button. As you can see, a campaign in the name of travel agency messages has been created with the status as live of the campaign. It is very essential for the status to be live because it says the campaign should have the status as live. That is why the status of the campaign should be live. Okay, as the campaign has now been created for the message template that we have created, you can see right over here. Now what we are going to do is, for the campaign name over here, I'm going to paste the campaign name that I've created. You have to write the exact campaign name that you have created. Okay, next it is asking for the phone number on which you want to send a WhatsApp message to. So for the mobile number right over here, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, it says Google Forms new response received. As I'm going to click on this, you can see this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. In the previous step, we have received the phone number of our lead that is generated. So from my previous response, I am going to select this data of the phone number of my lead. As I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I've mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Next, it is asking for the username. Enter the name of the user whom the campaign has to be sent. So for the username, I'm going to map the data of my lead's name as I want to send this message to my lead. Okay. After that, it is asking for the source and the tags. I do not require the fields, so I'm going to skip the part. Next, it is asking for the template parameter. So as I've already told you that I've created some variables. You can see variable 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've created these variables in this template right over here. Now to enter the value of these variables, you have to enter the value in this field, that is the template parameter field. Okay. So for the value of the variable, we're going to enter it. I'm going to tell you the format in which you have to enter. Firstly, it is asking for the lead's name for the variable 1. So for the variable 1, I'm going to map the data of the lead's name, that is first name space last name. After entering the value for the first variable, enter comma and space. So this is the value of the first variable. Let's move on to our next variable, that is the preferred destination. So for the second variable, I'm going to map the data of the preferred destination. I've mapped the data of the value, comma and space. Next, it is asking for the third variable, that is the travel dates. I'm going to map the data of the travel dates. I'm going to map it, comma, space. And last variable is the additional request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the data of the additional request. I'm going to map the data right over here. And this is the last variable that I've created. In the similar manner, you have to enter the value of the variables, n number of variables that you're going to enter in this template right over here. You have to enter the value in this similar manner right over here in the field template parameter. Okay. After that, it is asking for the attributes, URL and the file name. I do not require the fields, so I'm going to skip the part. After filling in all the required details right over here, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see we have received a response right over here, which is a positive response. Success comes over here as true and we have received a message ID. So this is a positive response. Now I'm going to open my WhatsApp and I'm going to check whether I have received a new WhatsApp message on my WhatsApp or not. For that, I'm going to open my WhatsApp. And yes, you can see right over here, I have received a new WhatsApp message. Message says, hello, smart user. Smart user is the name of the lead that was generated. You can see right over here, it says, thank you for reaching out to our travel agency. Adventure awaits, and this was the template right over here. In this, we have received the preferred destination response as Bali. Travel dates between 15th October 2024 and 30th October 2024. Additional request, it will be a family trip of 5 adults and 4 children. So as the message has been forwarded on my WhatsApp, this means that we successfully created an automation between Google Forms and WhatsApp with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a travel agency and I have created a form with the help of Google Forms, with the help of which I am collecting my leads request for the traveling that they have. So here my objective is that as soon as the form submission is going to be done by any of my leads with the help of Google Forms and we're going to receive a response, automatically towards the person who have done the form submission, a WhatsApp message should be forwarded. And for that, we have created this amazing automation between Google Forms and WhatsApp by AI Sensei with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.